Hello my friends! It is February. It's February 2nd right now when I'm filming this. I don't know when I'm gonna put it up, but sorry. But because it is February and it is the end of the month, I thought I would put out another favorites video. Like January favorites, stuff I've been using in January and liking and feeling. Let me know if this is something you would want to see again after watching it, but I really like watching other people's favorites videos because I just like hearing about their lives and what they use and the stuff that they love and all that stuff. So I've got some stuff. Most of it is makeup. I've got a skincare product and I've got a couple other random things that I'm going to talk about, but let's get started. So for skincare, the one thing that I have been using super regularly is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. This is a conditioning face wash and you can use it in the morning or the evening. I use it in the evening. If you use it in the morning, they say to use it by dampening your skin a little bit with warm water and then rubbing this into your hands and putting it on your face to kind of get the gunk out of your face overnight. I tend to use my First Aid Beauty deep cleanser for that, and I use this at night to take off my makeup. And to do that, they say to put it on dry skin and rub in circles to get rid of your makeup, and it is so good at doing that. The thing that I really love about this is that it's made with contact solution in it, like eye contact solution, and that is really great because I have very sensitive eyes, and so when I get stuff in my eyes it really hurts. And so this does a great job at getting my eye makeup off and my mascara off without really irritating my eyes too much, and it does a great job at getting rid of everything. For makeup, I've got a bunch of different products. So to start off, I have the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. This is in the shade Vanilla and it is pretty new. A lot of people have been reviewing it on YouTube and talking about it. It's a foundation that comes in a dropper and is super duper liquidy. I really like it. It's gotten mixed reviews by a lot of people, but I think it's great. It's what I'm wearing on my face right now and it is very lightweight, and I really like how this foundation works. I'm still getting used to it because I'm used to using a thicker liquid foundation with this Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, but you can't really use a sponge with this right away, so I end up using a flat synthetic foundation brush and wiping it on my face in small patches because it dries really quickly, and then if it looks kind of streaky, then I'll go in with this sponge and kind of blur it out a little bit. I really like this. I think it's very easy to use. It's got great coverage. I am very red right now, and you honestly cannot tell at all with this foundation looking at it. Also, it's not that expensive. I think it's like $15, and it comes in like this nice little frosted glass, and you don't use a lot of product, which is good because this only has 0.43 ounces in it, which is not a lot of product. Usually there's like at least an ounce of foundation in a thing, but this is not a lot of product. So that's a qualm that I have with it. NYX, if you're gonna make this, make it bigger, put more product in it. For concealer, I caved, I bought it. This is a cult classic and it's only been out for a few months. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Every beauty guru and their mother is talking about this concealer. It is more expensive. I think I got it for $24 at Ulta, but it is so good. It's so good. I'm in the shade Light Sand, and it is the thickest, most full coverage foundation. You cannot see my dark circles at all. It's brilliant. And I use it to kind of cut out my cheekbone underneath. The only thing I really don't like about it is the applicator. This is ridiculous. Like, it is the biggest doe foot applicator in the world, and I wish it was a little smaller, but I mean, I can look past it because it's so good. I didn't believe the hype at first, but I definitely do now. Also, I thought I was gonna want the lightest shade, which is the shade Fair, but this was the lightest shade that they had, Light Sand, and honestly I'm glad I got this and not Fair because I think Fair would be too light on me. This has a more beige yellow undertone, which is perfect for me because I have redder skin and I have very dark brown circles underneath my eyes, so this actually works very well. Next up, I bought a blush from Too Faced recently. This is also kind of expensive. I think it was like $23, which is a lot for a blush, but it's so cute. I love Too Faced packaging, and when you open it, the pan itself is adorable. It's got little bunnies on it. It's so cute, and I like that it has a mirror. It's very, very nice. It's super pigmented, and this is the kind of like shade of blush that I really tend to gravitate towards, is like more bright corally shades instead of like mauve-y shades. This is called the Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush in the shade Love Hangover. Cute! It's just so cute. Too Faced is so cute. Another product from Too Faced that I've been loving, that everybody has been talking about, is the Sweet Peach palette. This is very, very expensive also, but I got it secondhand actually, so like a resale on eBay, which is like, I don't know how ethical that is, or if this is even like a real legit palette, but it sure feels like it, and it looks like it. Everyone has this, right? Everyone knows what this is. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and it is so, so good. My favorite shade of all time is in this palette now, and like that's like wow, and that is Summer Yum. It's the shade right here, this terracotta shade. It's what I have in my crease, along with Charmed, I'm sure, and I have Luscious on my lid. The only thing that I wish with this palette was that the two like actual real peach shades, which are Just Peachy and Candied Peach, were a little more pigmented. They come across a little sheer on me. Maybe it's just the palette that I have. Maybe I have just bad eyes. I don't know, but I wish they were just more starkly pigmented, but other than that, I think it's really, really great. I will definitely get wear out of all of these shades. I really, really love them. A look that I've done before is I've put Summer Yum in the crease and then put Delectable, which is this very, very dark purple on the end here, all over my lid, and just that by itself with a highlight on the brow bone and inner corner is beautiful. It's so good. And it smells like peaches. I mean, it smells like artificial peaches. It smells like candy peach. Next up, I have another product from Glossier. This is the Boy Brow. It's in the shade Black, and the Boy Brow is a tinted brow gel. It looks like this. It's got a very, very small, teeny tiny wand, and it's the only thing I have in my brows today. I like the gel, and I like how it makes my brows not move. Also, I really like how this one feels. I have the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and that one just is so thick, and it's like glue over your eyebrows, which makes them look really, really good, don't get me wrong, but this is way more comfortable to wear, and I can just use this product and nothing else on my brows. Also, Glossier is just like a cool company. I really like them. I want to get more stuff from them. Next up, I have a pigment which I've been wearing as a highlighter. It's what I'm wearing right now. It is from Naked Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Desert Sunset. It is a gorgeous highlight. I mean, look at it. It's stunning. I'm not a huge fan of this packaging, and maybe it's just because it's a pigment, but it's just so messy, so I wish it was a pressed powder just because I'm partial to pressed powder. This would look beautiful in the eyes too. You can't really tell because of the lighting in here and the sun's going down, but it is just gorgeous. I love it so, so much. And if I use it with a fan brush, I can get a very, very nice glow. Also, I know a lot of people got this in their Ipsy bag too. Last makeup thing is another thing from NYX. This is the Dewy Finish Setting Spray. It's what I use to set my makeup today, and this is great. I got a sample of the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Spray, which was also great, but this I think was a little more, you could feel it more, and this one really sinks into your skin. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to the Urban Decay setting sprays, I would definitely recommend checking this out. If you want a more matte finish, they have a matte one as well. I really like the dewy finish because when I go matte, I go really heavily matte, even if I don't mean to, so it comes across as more cakey, whereas this really does a good job at sinking in my makeup and kind of making sure everything blends together better. I would definitely check this out. NYX is the best. It's so good. Next up, I have a nail polish. This is actually a top coat that I got on my Ipsy bag, and when I saw this in my Ipsy bag, I was like, not that impressed. It's by Ciate. It's the Ciate London Gelology top coat. I'm not sure if this is a gel top coat. I don't think so because it dries on its own. I didn't have to like use a UV light or anything, but I actually just got a manicure today and I had a little bit of my old polish left on it and I had used this and she thought it was gel. It made my nail polish last forever with no chips. My nail polish didn't chip until I went bowling and then it chipped because of my own bowling, but this is really good. It's really shiny, which I really like. I always love a glossy top coat, and it has a really nice wider brush, which I like for top coats. It also has more product in it than usual. It's got 0.46 fluid ounces in here as compared to the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry top coat, which is 45, so only 0.01 more fluid ounce in this one than the Insta-Dry, but the Hard as Nails Extreme Wear, also by Sally Hansen, only has 40. So you're getting a bang for your buck. I'm not sure how much it is, but I will put it in the description. It's pretty good. If you like doing your nails at home and want like a salon style manicure at home, this might be worth investing. That's all I have for like beauty things. But I also have a couple more things, starting with this. This is a candle that I got from Papyrus, the store, not the font, the like stationery store. It's called Blush Petals. It's a soy candle, and I always really, really like soy candles because they last longer. It smells so good. It is so sweet. Like I'm so bad at talking about scents. I mean, it's definitely floral, but it's like candy floral, and it's very strong, and I love it in my room. I think it just makes my room feel more summery because I hate the winter, so this brings me to a more warm place in my room, not just because it's an open flame, but because it smells really good. And I didn't know that Papyrus had like a bunch of candles. I have another one that smells like a garden from Papyrus because these were not all that expensive. I think they were only like $12 each, and they're pretty hefty. This says up to a 20-hour burn time, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. Next up, a fashion item, a clothing item, is this jacket. In my last favorites video, my 2016 favorites video, I talked about how I was really into the bomber trend, and I got one. This is from Forever 21. It has these super cool black and white striped sleeves. It's got black and white stripes on the trimming of it, and on the back it's got this gorgeous rose pattern and butterfly pattern, and it's so pretty. It's also got more applique embroidery stuff on the front as well, on both kind of like chestal region. It's from Forever 21. I got it while I was in Washington, and it was marked down from $40 to $10. Next up, for books, which I've been trying to read more novels, and I did start reading more novels over winter break. And to start off, I have been reading the series of Unfortunate Events books. I know the TV show just came out on January 13th, and I really like the TV show as well. That's another favorite. I know it's been getting kind of mixed reviews. People think that Neil Patrick Harris has been miscast, and it's not dark enough, and Count Olaf isn't like that, but regardless, I really liked it for what it was. It's definitely different from the books, but I've been rereading the books because these were everything when I was a kid. I loved them so, so much, and watching the TV show and rereading them now as an adult just like totally reaffirms my love for them. They're easy to read because they're short, but they're not like stupid. Like, they don't treat kids like they're stupid. And just the themes of these books are so important to me. I just remember as a kid constantly being ignored, not listened to by some adults, not so much my parents or like, for the sake of the Baudelaires, their guardians, but like teachers would just like brush me off because I was a kid and I wasn't being like, I didn't know any better, and so whatever, she doesn't know anything. And so I really connected to these kids in the books because they're so smart and they get it right every single time. They know exactly what's going on, and despite their terrible, terrible situation, nobody listens to them, especially the adults. So the idea of just listening to children, I think, is so important and so prevalent. Lastly, every time I think I'm done with being like a super diehard fangirl of things, the Harry Potter franchise just drags me back in. This past weekend, I went to Orlando. I went to Universal Orlando, and I went to the Harry Potter Celebration weekend, which was so, so fun. I had never gone to Harry Potter World before, and it is spectacular. And there, we had to do the Ollivanders thing, like the getting the wand, and I was picked. I have a wand now. It's from Ollivanders and it's beautiful. The packaging is so cool. It looks like this. It's so beautiful and it's interactive too. I didn't know this was the thing. You can walk around the park and there's spots where if you point this wand at stuff and do certain motions, stuff will happen and you can do magic for real. Like, that's so cool. But it's got like little points on the map where you can go and use your wand for real. It was the most magical moment of my life. I loved it. So those are my favorites of the month. If you, again, want to see this monthly, I might just do it because I think it's fun and I like talking about stuff. I'm not really upset that I didn't fulfill my video every day in January, honestly, because I thought that it would be a good distraction from the garbage that's happening in the world, but it just wasn't, because it was just so prevalent on my mind, and I ended up doing a lot more busy work day to day than I thought I was gonna do, which was good. This was a very good winter break overall, and I'm hoping that these next few months are good as well. Classes are looking pretty good, so that's nice. And I will talk to you guys and see you guys in my next video. Let me know what you're loving in the comments too. All right, love you, bye.